Hi Aquarius, welcome to Gemstone Tarot, and this is your February 2017 general tarot reading. Sorry it's a bit later than normal, Aquarius, but I've had quite a few private readings to get through and I like to keep my turnaround time to 48 hours, which has been proving a bit tricky. So thank you anyway to all of you who've liked, shared and subscribed to the channel. I'm getting towards 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed and you want to, do hit the button. And also thank you to those of you that have left me comments telling me what's going on and how the readings have resonated with you. That's also, I love reading the comments, and I think I've replied to most of them as well. And thanks to those who've booked the private readings. If you do want one, my private readings are $20 for 9 cards. They last about half an hour. And if you want to book, you can book on my website, which is gemstonetarot.com, or you can, there's information in one of these sides in the box below. You can just click on there and it will tell you how to go about it. I'm going to do a 9-card general reading for you, Aquarius. Ooh, wants to be those 3 that are all together. So we'll take them. I'm using the Rider-Waite, which is my standard go-to tarot pack for monthly readings because it's very clear. But I also do have, it's telling me to go backwards. I'm going to go backwards. Oh, there's so many cards I want to come out for you, Aquarius. It's like a crowd sort of bursting out. Oh, that one. I might draw more. I've got other oracle cards here and I've got some animal wisdom cards that I'm really into at the moment. Very interesting. Whoa. God, Aquarius. Oh my word. Okay. Major Arcana. You got the Chariot, 2 of Swords in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, the Hierophant, the Star, the 9 of Wands, the Devil, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Got some good cards actually, Aquarius. You got some strong cards. I mean, God, we've got 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana in there. But I have to say, your major arcana, they're all in the upright. That is brilliant. Think of major arcana, or I think of major arcana in terms of the fundamentals of your spiritual, emotional, your life situation. And I think of what we call the pip cards, or the suit cards, and the court cards. I think of those more of how this is actually going to play out, the mechanics of the situation. The Chariot. I see this at the moment. This charioteer has dark forces and light forces, and he is trying to steer this chariot safely between the two. This is the equivalent of being torn in 2 directions, having the devil and the angel on your shoulder, and you're trying to get from A to B, but with batterings from both sides. Now the 3 cards in a row, Chariot, the Hierophant and the Devil, these are all in a strip. So you've definitely been from pillar to post. There's been toing and froing, but you have steered that chariot. It's still the right way up. Next to that, you've got the 2 of Swords in the reverse. When this is in the upright, this woman has a blindfold on. She can't see that there's an entire ocean behind her. She might be able to hear it, but she can't see it. And it's also the card of the new moon. So there was a new moon on the 28th of January. So this situation could be from around the time of the new moon on the 28th of January. There is a eclipse there's one on the 11th of February this month, there's one on the 26th. I think the one on the 11th is a lunar eclipse and the one on the 26th is a solar eclipse. Now this Two of Swords is in the reverse. This blindfold is dropping off. By the 11th of February, which is not far off, it's about a week away, that will be completely gone. You could not, this is the decision card, Two of Swords. She needs to make a decision between these two swords, but she can't even see them. This is to do with not having all the facts. Once this is in the reverse and that blindfold drops off, you have the facts. But it's not even, once you have the facts, you don't even need to make a decision because the decision is made. Because you have all the facts. It's a bit of a, what do they call it? I can't think of the word they call it now. I was going to say a compromise, but I don't mean a compromise. Contradiction. It's a contradictory state. You feel desperate to make a decision, but you can't make a decision because you don't quite know what you're deciding between. Once this blindfold drops off, the two things have gone and the way forward is clear. And you are going in the right direction. You have the Wheel of Fortune. This is fortune. This is divine timing. This is the universe. Can you see there? Giving you a helping hand. Now it's not all prettiness and light here on this card. You got some, you know, slightly sus looking creatures. But actually the universe is not particularly always a pretty place, but it's going in your direction. You know, it may not be a pretty process, but the wheel is going in your direction. And this is shown very much in the middle here. You have the star. I love the star. The star means that you can now manifest. You can now use your own magic. You haven't been able to, but now you can. This woman is pouring water here back into a stream, and the water originally came from a stream. This is like a cycle, the same as the Wheel of Fortune, but again it's going your way, the star is shining and you are the star. Now around this there are some slightly difficult energies. You do have on the plus side, you've got the Ace of Swords. You are very clear. This is, if you can see, you've got your Two of Swords in the reverse and your Ace. This is clarity. This is like cutting through nonsense with a knife, is the only way I can put it. This is also an Aquarian card. This is also an air sign card. So very much in your favour. And sometimes does point as well to a year because it's being an ace. Now, two cards here, the Devil and the Hierophant together. With the Hierophant, I would say you may have, as you can see, this is like a legal looking card. You may have some legal issues to deal with, to do with whatever this Two of Swords was to deal with. You may have court hearings, you may have some kind of investigations. It may involve authorities, councils, legal system, something like that. Third parties that are organisations making decisions that affect you. That's in the mix, but you are in the upright and it's next to the star, so I like the look of it for you. You have the Devil. Now, can you see these two people are chained to each other? This is the card of addiction and attachment and toxicity, toxic relationships. This is when you're tied to somebody in some kind of a way. You see, they're literally tied together on the chains. It does mean, with the major arcana as well, it does mean that this is a hard bond. This is a very difficult bond to break. You have that. You can use this clarity to break it. It's one of the few times that I would say, I'm very much follow your intuition and follow your gut feeling and heart. But you are going to have to use some of this clout, some of this clarity some of this rationality, you're going to have to use that to cut through these chains and these attachments and this toxicity. Now you also have the Nine of Wands. Can you see how this person looks worried? He's built up these 9 wands. If this moves to the 10, it's the one where the bloke's carrying 10 wands that he can't carry anymore and it's too much of a load. Now with this one, what he's doing is building a fort to defend himself. You don't need to do this. You need to be still, open. You are the star, Aquarius. This is your energy. You don't need a fort. If you can think, if you need protection, if you need to protect yourself, a ring of stars around you, much stronger than building this physical fort which can fall down. These won't. These will light the way. You are the star. You don't need, you may have these legal issues and you know, you have got this rumbling on and you know you have. You'll know what that is for you. You'll know what kind of addictive, codependent, toxic, whatever it is, you know what that is. You always know it when you get the devil. Now you also have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I would just say for some of you, just watch out for some interference from a woman, I would say, who is, do one of those. From a woman who is behaving childishly, you know, behaving strongly but childishly. Queen of Wands, you know, she's got a lot of power, but she's also, can you see that wand? She's also got, she carries a big stick. That's the way I'm going to say it. This woman carries a big stick, but she's in the reverse. It's a kind of a clumsy interference. You've got the Sword of Clarity. You trump her big stick, but just remember that, because she might be causing you some niggles, and this could be something to do with these legal issues with the Hierophant as well. Just a little thought there. But actually things are really looking up. To have the Star and the Wheel of Fortune together in a spread is very nice energy indeed, Aquarius. What's going to be that one? Yes. So this is your Doreen Virtue Healing with the Angels card, and you have Divine Guidance. Do you remember we said about divine timing? Just going to see if I've got, just had the book. I'm having a really messy day today where I can't actually find anything. Where did I put my little Doreen Virtue book? Do you remember we were talking with the Wheel of Fortune about divine timing and how everything would be going your way? When you have divine guidance, it means that also you have divine timing going your way. And it's time for you to seek guidance. Can I find it? There it is. Now I've only had this card come up a couple of times, so I'm just going to see what Doreen Virtue says in her little book, because there's always, and if you're not into angels, just substitute that for any higher power you like. Trust and follow your intuition. It is God and the angels speaking to you now. Same for God. You are being divinely guided right now. The gut feelings you have, the knowingness, the visions, the inner voice are trying to tell you something. And it's very important you trust and follow this guidance. If you drew more than one card, pay close attention to the cards on either side of the Divine Guidance card. They may contain important instructions for you. These nearby cards feature facets of the messages that the angels wish to impress upon you. Music. You got this last time, Aquarius. Listen to those lyrics. Listen out for what's on the radio. Listen to the music that you hear in shops. Take some divine guidance from the lyrics, any signs you can get. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe, Aquarius, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.